Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. As you see, I'm drinking my hot cup of coffee, checking my emails real quick before I start some work. Alright you guys, so basically I'm gonna show you what I have left really of the semester. So yesterday I finished this journal. This one. I'm gonna highlight it so you can see I finished this one, and I'm just gonna read over it basically and decide if I'm ready to submit that. And now at 9:30 I'm gonna do this seminar, and I'm basically done for this class. I've submitted every single assignment. I have one more quiz left in this class and an exam 3 and a final. And to prepare for this exam number 3, I'm gonna read article on rapid sequence intubation because my professor definitely stressed this. But I'm gonna show you guys some of my grades because I have been checking. So far I've got 100, 100, 95, 100, 100. Basically this is 100, 100, 95, and 90 on this one, 100 on this paper. So I pretty much have A's in all of my classes. I just want to end the semester strong. So yeah. Like I said, you guys, I love to study weeks in advance for any type of exam. This is kind of me practicing questions because I feel like practice is where you really learn the most. Like for me at least, I learn the best that way, and I learn what I need to work on when I practice questions. So part of the chapter that we're learning how to interpret ABGs, which is abbreviation for arterial blood gases. So as the nurse, you are responsible for knowing how to interpret what these numbers mean. And this is review because you kind of go over this, at least for me, I went over this in fundamentals, and you learn a little bit about this in your basic science courses in high school. So I was familiar with these values, but I did use the tic-tac-toe method to help me interpret what this means. And my instructor also posted a video on this, so I followed her and made sure I knew what I was doing. My notes are all over the place, but it makes sense to me, so I do what works. More notes again, respiratory arrest. You should know how the patient is going to present. So here are my notes on that. And more notes again on acute respiratory distress syndrome, about when we use BiPAP, when we use high flow nasal cannula, the causes of hypoxia. I wrote that down. When should you not put a patient on BiPAP? Again, I put the contraindications. My instructor did mention this in class, and I also used other resources to make some of my notes. If I feel like I was missing something, I definitely use other resources. And more about the whole explanation with ARDS and how it can cause pulmonary edema. My instructor did not really go too much into some manifestations of pulmonary edema, so I found another resource and I wrote them down here because I want to know, as the nurse, I want to know, what am I looking for? Because when I put my stethoscope, am I going to hear crackles? I need to know, what am I looking for? I need to count my respirations, the respiratory rate on the patient. I need to know all these things. Frothy, blood-tinged sputum, write it down. You need to know this. What else? More ventilation, rapid sequence intubation, what the nurse's role is for this. Definitely know your sedatives, your paralytics. finding your laryngoscope. What blade does the provider want? What sedation is the provider using? Well, I mean, what sedative is the provider using? What paralytic is the provider using? These are things we need to know. I have some written down here. Neuromuscular blocking agents. These are the paralytics. And these are the examples my instructor gave me. So what I'll do is I have them here, but like any drug, if you're giving it IV, you need to know how fast you're gonna push the medication. So it's my responsibility to find out how fast am I gonna push these paralytics. Fentanyl, this is how you would calculate how much you're gonna give the patient. Some of the reference ranges here. So yeah, I learn best by just rewriting my notes and teaching myself over and over, and it seems to work. So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you like, make sure you comment, especially if you love watching stuff like this, because I love this chapter so far. Mechanical ventilation, anything acute care, I am with it.